friends. So, the Cramathon just occurred, which was fun for some people, I'm hoping, because I was working the entire weekend. I had thought, maybe I'll get Monday off. Maybe I could actually be a contributing member of society and do some reading, but that was not the case. I worked 8 hours every day over the Cramathon. So, between that, exhaustion, feet hurting, other fun things, I just had to find time to squeeze reading in, which I kind of successfully did. I read 2.5 books and 5 graphic novels, but one of them I'd already started. At the beginning of the Cramathon, I thought I would start off with my shortest book, the easiest one, and that was What My Mother Doesn't Know by Sonia Sones, which is the book written in verse. A lot of people were asking what it means to be written in verse, so I shall show you. It is like a poetry format. I don't know if you can see that, but it's written so that there's like stanzas, and therefore they are so fast to read. This book I did read in like an hour and a half. I have since pretty much already forgotten what this is about because it was just light, fast, and, you know, it wasn't the best book out there. And I think the main reason I didn't really enjoy this is because it's about a 15-year-old. So this book just followed that 15-year-old girl kind of dealing with boys, and it was just really immature. I felt like I might have enjoyed this whenever I was littler, but at my age, I was looking at this just reading from her narrative, and it was really awkward, and I couldn't relate to it, and I'm sure if you're younger you might enjoy this, but I did not. Even though it was fast and I got through it quickly, I wasn't a huge fan. I think I gave this 2.5 stars. After that I that's also not a word. I decided to finish the graphic novel I'd previously begun, and that was Tomboy by Liz Prince. It's a memoir, and this is just a girl who her whole life has grown up and she has not been girly or anything, and she was really confused for a long time about gender roles, I suppose. This book was really hard to place because I wasn't sure if it was about gender fluidity or gender roles or tomboyishness. I don't know. I still don't know, but I do think it has a really great moral being about you don't have to fit one certain gender, and even though it's not about kind of transgender gender fluidity, I really enjoyed it. I felt like the art was really funny. This is kind of like Diary of a Wimpy Kid almost, which I haven't read since I was maybe 9, but it still is really funny art, really funny dialogue, and I think it just packs a great message along with being humorous, so I would recommend this to you. I give it 4 stars. So I did end up finishing the saga, or finishing the saga graphic novels that are currently out, so I read volumes 2 through 4, but I read them kind of weirdly with different books in between, so I'm just gonna mention them all 3 right now, even though I didn't read all 3 of them back to back. Saga Volume 2, Saga Volume 3, and Saga Volume 4. This series is like sci-fi crazy shenanigans. That's about all I can say, other than like it follows a family of 2 different species of non-humans that even aren't supposed to be friends. Lots of things happen. It's so hard to describe. I'm just gonna tell you, if you're okay with like adult content, like heavy adult content, I would recommend them to you because they're so much fun. And I found, going back into these, I realized I really missed the world that these were set in. They're honestly just really well done. They're such, let me see if I can find a beautiful page of art to show you. They're so great. I'm a big fan. So I will be purchasing these eventually. Right now, I'm like, why would I spend $9 on a picture book? But I know one day I'll have these on my shelf. All the saga books, 5 stars, except for volume 4. So then I read another graphic novel, which was Sex Criminals, volume 1. I'm not going to give you a synopsis. I'm just gonna tell you right now, this was one of the more interesting graphic novels I read. It was very weird, very different, and it's sometimes very uncomfortable, but it was done very well. So that's the reason I would recommend it to you. If, again, you're okay with more mature things, I think Saga is a little worse than this, if that tells you something, but I did really like this, and I gave this 4 stars. Maybe even 4.5 stars. Next, I read the book And We Stay by Ginny Hubbard. This is just over 220 pages. Welcome. I don't think you're in shot, so you're gonna have to come that way. This is the cousin. I almost called you Joel. Your name is not Joel. Joe. He's visiting for football camp, and I told him he could be in this video, but I'm already halfway through this video, so good stuff happening. Anyway, when I hold this book up, it's gonna cover your face. So this book is about a girl named Emily. Yep, and the gist of this book is that her ex-boyfriend brought a gun to school and shot himself. And she's having to deal with the trauma of that, and lots of very harsh topics are brought up in this book in a very short amount of time. I just did not enjoy it in the end. This won the Prince Award in 2014, which so did I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson, which is my favorite book of all time. Loving that concept. If you haven't read anything by Jandy Nelson, what are you doing other than existing sadly on this earth? I thought this book was gonna pack a lot more of a punch, but in the end it just was boring. The characters weren't relatable. Right now, you wanna do my makeup?
Yes.
As I'm talking?
Yes.
But I'm sweaty and gross.
Okay.
So he's gonna do my makeup as I speak. I'm not gonna be able to turn away from the camera.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Doing stuff fine.
Okay. So, continuing onward, I didn't think the characters were that relatable, honestly. It was just so forgettable in the end, and that's the reason why I was really upset by this, is because it's such a serious topic. It was just meh. Like, I enjoyed the flashback scenes of that really traumatic day, but otherwise the book was boring almost. I found myself kind of putting off listening to it because I had it on audiobook, and it was not fun to listen to, quite frankly.
It's not working.
It's because that's totally eyeshadow you're using right now.
This is what?
That's bronzer. If you put that on me, I'm gonna look orange.
What?
I give this book 2.5 stars. I wouldn't recommend it, honestly. I had people tell me they liked it, but I don't see why. Lovely. I don't even want to keep it, almost. I mean, it's small, so I could probably just fit it on my shelf somewhere, but I'm never gonna reread it. I was so unimpressed, and I'm putting it down now. Are you using the darkest color?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's gonna give you a tan. Because every guy likes a tan.
I thought you were doing like a nice highlight, but no. I'm just gonna keep talking through this. So the last book that I read, I didn't finish. Can I open my eyes? I feel like you're gonna come at my face with it. I'm like cringing. The last book I read is The Vincent Boys by Abby Glines, which is new adult and a lot of fun because it's new adult. As soon as I marked that I'm reading this on Goodreads, it was really funny because someone came forward and they were like, I don't think you'll like that. It's about a girl who's a preacher's daughter, so she's a really good girl, and then her childhood friend, who's like the bad boy of the town, is like, she's, you know, it's new adult, they do things. I've had this book for a very long time, and I knew that I wanted to read it in the summer because I want something light and corny and weird, not weird, but like just something I could kind of laugh at a little bit, honestly. I'm not expecting anything great out of this book. I know most likely I'm gonna be giving it 2 stars, but it's still fun to read. Like, if you are a smut reader, you know what I'm talking about. Every once in a while, it's just great to read something lame like this, and I'm sorry if you actually enjoy this book and Abby Glines, but that's the reason I'm reading it. There might be people out there that think this is great, but I just think it's something kind of a little bit more lighthearted, which is the only reason I'm reading it. And right now I'm on page 106. I will probably be finishing this week, even though it's not Crime-a-thon anymore.
There you go, my pretty little cousin. That sounds weird.
We're just friends. Retweet when your card gets full and you have to re-record a lot of things. It's freaking me out, this face of makeup, because it looks, I don't know how it shows up on camera, but it looks like I got a really bad tan. Like, it doesn't even look like eyeshadow smeared on my face. It looks like I legit went somewhere and like...
Close your eyes.
Someone sprayed me with...
with the spray tan stuff.
With brown something.
Oh, this is your... Oh, we need to get some lipstick.
I don't want to be Miranda Sings today. What do you want me to do? Just like...
Little duck face. Stay there, don't move, stop moving. And...
Excellent. I thought you were gonna like I thought you were gonna sarcastically put it on, like all over my face.
No. There you go, there we go, see?
That was my Miranda Sings impression. Don't Uptown Funk it up. What do you want me to do?
I don't know, just...
Oh my god.
kind of messed up a little bit.
I don't care. Me too. Me too. I agree.
God, you look. Seriously, you're Satan.
Thanks. What has this video turned into, honestly?
I don't know. Me doing makeup. I should totally do a YouTube channel of that. I'm gonna do your hair too.
I don't think that's a good idea. Oh, honey, I would not if I was you.
Okay, your hair is really.
I told you.
So do you mind if I just like yank and pull, or do you? Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Do you know how to brush girls' hair?
No.
You want me to show you?
No, I don't care.
I care because it hurts.
No, it sucks. Life is painful.
When you have a girlfriend and you're like seductively brushing her hair, here's what you do. You hold it like this, then you brush the ends.
Oh, that's so stupid.
Because if you rip it, then we cry.
Pretty.
I know. Oh, wow. See, love that poofy style.
Flip.
I'm gonna do that in slow-mo. This video is officially a mess. I look like hot, not a mess. Delicious. I can't do Miranda Sings. Thank you all for watching this video. Thank you to Joe for giving me a makeover. I regret everything about this, but I'm gonna go walk around town like this.
So is your mom.
Oh no. Okay, I'm being dragged away. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.
How do you end it?
You press the red button that's on the other side by the screen.
What the hell?
Is it red in the middle?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's not.
The one that has a red dot in the middle.
I'm just gonna.
This one.